I'm literally so in love with these boots. I'm getting emotional over a pair of bloody boots. What has the world come to? Hi friends, I hope you're well. I am so excited to be bringing you another video today in collaboration with Farfetch. They have very kindly gifted me a voucher which I put my own money towards buying 2 pairs of new boots for the new season that are great designer footwear investment. I have a pair from Prada and I also have in this luscious green box a pair from Bottega as well, and I'm so excited about these boots. I will only be keeping 1 pair of boots, but when I make designer footwear investments, I like to try 1 or 2 styles to make my mind up between which is going to fit best in my wardrobe, especially when shopping online. And it's also great because it means that you can try them on in the comfort of your own home with a few items in your wardrobe and really get a feel for what you're going to wear and get your money out of. But before we get into the 2 pairs of boots, I'm going to sit down, well I'm sat down for the whole video, but I'm going to sit down and run you through my favourite footwear designer investments that already exist in my wardrobe, shoes that I've tried and tested and I can really recommend to you guys. And as well, with today's video with Farfetch, they've very kindly given me another discount code for you guys to use, which is FFCHARLOTTE10. I'll leave it here on the screen. I will leave information of the T's and C's in the description box below, so if you want more information, go down there. And obviously if any of you use this code, I would love to know what wardrobe investments you decided to purchase with a cheeky 10% off. But with that all being said, I'm really excited to get into my designer shoe investment suggestions and recommendations, so let's just kick off with that. And if you want to skip straight to seeing the 2 pairs of boots that I've picked up and helping me decide which pair to keep, although I think I already know which ones are the winners, I will leave the time on the screen so you can go and fast forward to the exciting new boots unboxing. Maybe just quickly press pause, go grab yourself a beverage of choice, let's get cozy and get into some designer footwear. I could not do a best designer footwear investments video without mentioning my Gucci loafers. Now I bought these in New York nearly 4 years ago now for my 30th birthday, so that's giving away my age. And before we went, I was just dead set that for my 30th birthday, I wanted to treat myself to a pair of Gucci loafers. I wanted some sensible footwear that's a classic piece that will literally last forever in my wardrobe. And 4 years on, I think they're looking pretty strong. I really wanted this sling back design. I'm not sure whether they do anymore. They do obviously do the backless loafers, which would look like this, and they also have the full back loafers, and Gucci is widely stocked on the Farfetch website. But if you're going to get 1 pair of investment shoes, then I cannot champion the Gucci loafer enough. I'm thinking of maybe investing in a full back pair in a different colour for my next shoe investment, because they literally go with everything. They are the most comfiest shoes ever. Not once did these rub me, from first wearing them when I bought them, walking around New York for a few hours to break them in, and they did not rub one bit. What I will say, if you do decide to pick up yourself some Gucci loafers, is to go to a local cobbler and get them resold, because otherwise the sole is just, what would you call that? Is it bare leather? And I find that obviously that wears down really easy, or if it's wet, doesn't provide much grip. So I went and got mine resoled with a rubber sole. I mean, that's 4 years strong. It's lasted really well, and the black really complements the shoe. So cannot suggest these enough. The leather has actually worn really well. Obviously you can see crease marks from where I've been wearing them, but they're still super soft. I haven't actually even polished them or anything like that the past 4 years, and they are really going strong. So love Gucci loafers. I think they're a great wardrobe investment. Moving on to trainers, you guys know I love my trainers. I have a pair of the CDG Converse, and I picked these up back at the start of lockdown because I just was browsing online, as you do when you have more time on your hands, and I came across the CDG Converse being back in stock, and I adored this collab previously, so I really wanted to get my hands on a pair. And I was thinking, quite expensive for a pair of Converse, but once I got them and I tried them on, I was totally converted. They are so comfortable. So compared to the normal Converse, they have a slightly thicker sole, I don't know if you can tell, and they're really spongy on the inside. So if previously you found Converse to be a little bit flat, a little bit uncomfortable, then the CDG Converse are completely the opposite. The sole is so soft, it's like walking on cushions. I really love the pop of colour with the red, because as you guys know, I don't wear much colour, but I'm maybe trying to change that and add a little bit of colour into my wardrobe. I might have worn a dress very similar to this colour very recently over on my Instagram. If you don't follow me, it is at Charlotte Buttrick. I will again leave everything linked in the description box if you want to follow me there for more inspiration and see these shoes styled in more ways. I have a review video on the CDG Converse, so I won't go into much detail on them. I will leave that linked below, but absolutely adore this shoe purchase and I want to buy them in other colours. Sticking on the trainer theme, if you watched my last Farfetch video, as I mentioned, I love working with them. I will leave that also linked. In that video, I got some Golden Goose trainers. I don't know why I didn't sooner. I've always seen We Are Twinset on Instagram, who I adore their style, styling up their Golden Goose, and they really made me want to try a pair. And what I love about these trainers is the fact that they're already distressed, and Golden Goose kind of incorporate this in most of their footwear styles. The sole has a distressed effect, so does the leather on the shoes. So if you were thinking of spending a little bit more on a designer pair of trainers, but you were maybe worried to wear, I don't really want to wear these out and ruin them, because I can be quite heavy footed. That's why I love the fact that these are already distressed, so you don't have to worry about maybe having a little scuff or getting marks on your shoes. And again, these are so comfortable. Not everybody's bag, but I like to wear mine without socks, and the sole inside is leather as well, so it doesn't make your feet sweat. It's so comfortable. Again, a pair of trainers that have not rubbed once since trying them on, so really adore these. I think these are a great investment for your wardrobe, but as I said, if you want more information on these and to see different ways that I style them, I will leave that other said Farfetch video linked on the screen and down below if you've not yet watched it. Boots. Don't know why I just shouted that, but as I have some over the knee boots to share with you, I will also share some ankle boots with you that have been a great investment for my wardrobe. And Farfetch also stock an amazing range of Dr. Martens on the website, including this pair of Jadon boots. Now I have the Pascal Dr. Martens, which I fell in love with last year, and I've always kind of loved the chunky sole on the Jadon. Didn't know if they would make my feet look a little bit big. If you're new here, I've mentioned it a few times, but I have size 8 feet UK size, which is pretty much the largest size that most shoe sizes go up to in the UK, although I am sometimes a 9 in like Topshop. So I was thinking they're just going to make my feet look huge because of the chunky sole, but surprisingly they don't. And I think it's because they have so many eyelet buttonholes coming down. I think there's 8 of them in total, and because that comes quite low on the foot, I feel like it doesn't make my foot look too long. But these, although a little bit heavy while you're holding them, are again a really comfortable pair of boots, and I think they go with every outfit. They make everything look really edgy. I know some people say the Jadon boots take a while to break in, but literally I had no issues whatsoever. The first couple of times I wore them, I just wore sport socks with them, but mine haven't rubbed one bit, so I'm not sure if my feet are maybe different to everybody else's, but cannot champion these boots enough again. And they're also great for wearing in wet weather. If it's raining, they're just amazing because obviously the leather that they're made out of, it's really shiny, but also quite soft and supple, and obviously water repellent, and you've got a big chunky sole, so if you are stepping in any puddles, you don't have to worry about splashing your feet. So just another pair of footwear investments for your wardrobe, which I can't get enough of. Just giving the screen a clean. I hope it's not been dirty the whole way through. But moving on to a pair of designer shoe investments that are heels, and again, these were from Farfetch, and I have a video from them in another amazing collab that I did with them, so I will leave that also linked down below. It's one of the brands also featured with the boots in today's videos, and it's Bottega Veneta, and it's these beautiful mules. What I will do is just take this out because I tend to keep the padding in my shoes just to help them hold the shape. But these mules are such beautiful soft leather. I don't know if you'll pick up on the screen, but I loved the square toe and the really manageable heel. I mean, how easy is it to walk in that? I'm not the best at walking in heels normally, but I wanted a pair of mules that would elevate my looks that I could wear in the day but also wear in the evening, and I literally just fell in love with these when I saw them. And again, the most comfiest pair of shoes ever. The quality of the leather on these, it's just so buttery soft. It's absolutely stunning. I've been a bit skeptical about spending more money on heels for designer footwear. So like I said, I can be quite heavy footed. In the past, I've been known to ruin, and I mean ruin, heeled shoes by getting the heel caught or by stubbing my toe. But I think that's probably more because I was in my 20s and I was probably going out and getting a little bit drunk, which I don't do anymore. So I don't mind having more expensive shoes now that I'm in my 30s, when I know that I can look after them. These have really made me fall in love again with designer footwear. With heels, because I'm always wanting to be a little bit more on the classy side, although I am quite a casual girl, and these kind of fall in between the two because you could literally walk around these while you're shopping with a pair of jeans because they're that comfortable and they're that versatile. So when investing in designer footwear, I would say try and be practical about it. Think, am I going to get my money worth out of this style? Am I going to be able to look after them is another question that you might want to ask yourself. But another pair that I had to just fit in there. Really love Bottega as a brand, which is why I could not resist picking up a pair of Bottega boots that I'm so happy that I managed to get my hands on because they're literally selling like hotcakes. So let's get into my new boots. I fell in love with their chunky boots before they came out last year, and as we will see as a reoccurring trend, there are more chunky boots on the market this year, and they have elevated the style, taking it to the next level by making them available in over-the-knee styles. And the pair I am talking about are these beautiful chunky bad boys right here. These are fully leather, and I cannot explain again how soft and how beautiful the leather is on these shoes. Now, a over-the-knee pair of boots isn't something that I really have in my wardrobe. I have some Stuart Weitzman blue navy ones, which I bought at a discount. And here's a little tip: just because something designer has a discount on it doesn't mean that you should buy it, because it doesn't mean that you will wear it and that you will love it. Try and be conscious about your purchasing decisions, which is really what I try and do nowadays with everything in my wardrobe. And I bought those boots. I was like, I wish they were black, but I'm sure I'll wear the blue. And I've literally never worn them. And even though they were discounted about half the price, they were not worth the money. So just because something designer has a discount on it does not mean that you need to buy it, because just try and think logically, how am I going to wear these? Am I going to get my wear out of them? They were also suede boots, and suede doesn't really work very well with me personally. So yeah, they were literally a beautiful pair of boots, but such a waste of money. Whereas I don't have a pair of over-the-knee boots that stay comfortably above my knee, or they either don't fit above my knee in a comfortable place because I'm about 5'8". So I was so desperate to try these boots. I know that the chunky sole isn't for everybody, but I really love it. Since my Jaden boots kind of introduced me to the chunky sole trend, I don't feel silly in chunky boots. I don't feel like they make my feet look big. And if they do look big, I've got big feet anyway, so what am I going to do about it? And I'm all about comfort as well. I want comfort in my life with my fashion. I don't want to walk around being in pain. So yeah, that's enough of me rambling on, but I'm so excited to try these boots. And I'm literally, oh God, it must be the pregnancy hormones. If you don't know, I announced I'm pregnant in my last video, but I'm literally getting emotional over these boots and being able to work with such an amazing brand and share it with you guys. So pull yourself together, woman. Let's blame the hormones. Who cries over a bloody pair of boots? Well, we have these beautiful Bottega boots, and I have tried them on. You will see the cutaways. I've walked around in them around the house for a little bit, which is also something that I recommend that you do. When you get designer footwear, you're trying on at home, wear them around the house. Just walk around in them for a little bit in a pair of socks, or see how comfortable they are. Just think, are these comfy? Can I wear them? Do I love them? Go in your wardrobe, try on different outfits with them, and then see if you fall in love with them or not. And if you do, you'll know that they're a keeper. And if you're not quite sure, if there's just something that's slightly putting you off, then I would say don't keep them, because in the long run, you'll regret it. But literally, I've tried these on with a few items of clothing, and I've worn them to walk around the kitchen in, and I have no complaints whatsoever. They come up to the perfect height on my, like, above my knee. I feel like they don't really fall down when I'm walking. I've sat down in them, I've stood up, I've moved around. I don't feel uncomfortable. I actually feel like they've got quite a lot of room in them. So what I will say is that Bottega is a shoe brand, and I probably knew that anyway from the sandals that I showed you. They are, I wouldn't say generous in sizing, but they fit. I find that with Italian shoes, because obviously my Gucci loafers as well, they all kind of fit to the size that they say that they are. So if you're not sure what size to go for your usual size. And I'm literally so in love with these boots. I'm so excited about them. So you can probably guess what my favourite pair of shoes is and the pair that I'm going to be keeping, I will do a separate video on ways to wear these boots once I get to grips with them and styling them in my wardrobe. I'm literally so excited about them. That being said, the second pair of boots are still beautiful in themselves. I'll show you those now, and they are a pair of boots from Prada. I always love the Prada boxes. I think it's really beautiful and classic. Now, the reason I wanted to get two pairs of shoes, like I mentioned before, is when investing in designer footwear or making like an expensive purchase, you want to make sure it's right. I've learned in the past from just thinking, yeah, I want them. I don't really care if they're comfy. It's not the exact colour that I want, but it's the only one that's available. I'm going to get them. Don't make those mistakes like I have in the past, because you'll just have some beautiful shoes that don't get worn. But I also thought, because obviously I hadn't seen the Bottega boots in the flesh, I wasn't sure if they would be too chunky or if they would make my feet look too big. So I wanted to compare them by buying a similar pair of boots. And I spotted this beautiful pair of Prada boots here, which I thought, are fully leather, but we have a slight different leather up the leg and a shiny finished leather on the foot. They still have a bit of a chunky sole, but not as chunky, and I thought these were maybe a little bit more classic in style, a little bit like a riding boot, and they might last a little bit longer. Obviously this was from viewing online because I wasn't sure, but I always like to have options. And I thought, in case they go out of stock, I will order both pairs and then I can try them on in the comfort of my own home and decide. Now, what I will say about these Prada boots is that they're absolutely beautiful as well. They're really comfortable on the foot. Again, being an Italian brand, I find that the footwear is pretty much true to size. I can fit my size 8 feet into them perfectly. But these are slightly shorter on the leg than the Bottega. If I just put them side to side, obviously it's a little bit hard to show you here, but you'll probably tell from the difference in the cutaways. But at the top we have quite a bit of difference in how long the boots are. So this is the Prada pair of boots and this is the Bottega. So it has a good 2 inches on the length of the boot. And with me being quite tall, I'm about 5'8", 5'9", but I would say my legs are longer than my body. The Prada just unfortunately nip right above my knee. So when I walked around in them, I found them a little bit uncomfortable, like they're cutting in the back of my knee. So I know just straight away that I wouldn't be able to wear them all day and feel comfortable. I also feel that they're not as flattering on my leg from where they cut off, and they might be more susceptible to falling down. And when I took them off after just wearing them for about 10 minutes, I had an indentation on the top of my knee from where I had been wearing them. So obviously straight away they're alarm bells that they are not suitable for me, although they are beautiful shoes and I know they would go with everything in my wardrobe. They're really classic style if you're wanting to invest in the over the knee trend, but maybe don't want to go too chunky. But unfortunately, they do not suit my legs. They fit perfectly on my feet. They're super comfortable. It's literally just the fact that they cut me off just above the knee and it feels a little bit uncomfortable. And I know I would not get my wear money's worth out of them. So there are things to bear in mind. Hopefully that has helped. But as I just said before, I'm so freaking excited about those Bottega boots. I cannot tell you enough. So thanks to Farfetch for wanting to work with me again. And here she goes, getting emotional again. It's definitely the hormones. I'm not an emotional person normally, but don't forget about my Farfetch discount code, which I will leave again on the screen, FFCHARLOTTE10. One of the reasons I love Farfetch is that if I'm thinking of investing in something new for my wardrobe, that's my first destination online. I know they stock so many brands. They sometimes have pieces that other high-end retail websites don't have. And the beauty in Farfetch is that it's a collection of boutiques worldwide. And it's a little bit like an online marketplace, I suppose. And you can browse in one place what's in stock in all these beautiful boutiques around the world. I will leave all the designer investment brands mentioned also linked down there below. And yeah, I'm so excited to style these bad boys up. Thank you for watching. If you're new, I'd love if you subscribe. If you've made it to the end of this video, put the boot emoji down below. And also, if you want me to do a best and worst designer purchases, that might also help you with some purchase decisions, let me know, because I can 100% put that together. And thank you for joining me for today's video, and I'll see you guys very soon.